Everyday KT, episode 400. That's 400 episodes. 400 times I've stared at this silly phone. Or some other device, or my laptop, or whatever. But, why am I not dressed to the nines in my kilt? Why is this not some kind of epic, multi-personal, 12-way conference, God knows what, with people from all over the world talking about the awesomeness of kilts? Why? Simple. My phone decided to suck today. So, that's why today's episode is not all hunky-dory, amazing, and just awesome. So I've got things that you should know, things that you really, really need to do if you have a phone and you use it for, well, like everybody else does, awesome things in their life. So this morning, my phone decided to stop charging properly, so I ran through some troubleshooting tips that I found online on the Samsung website, and one of them is shut the phone off. Okay, fine, sure, no problem. Do it all the time. And it decided it didn't want to accept my password, the one that I've used a billion times. So what happened? The thing did a factory reset on me after calling several people and all of them saying, well, you're kind of screwed. So I was. Luckily, I had most of my stuff backed up, but my contacts, no. Because I think it was on my Galaxy 4, I'm on 8 now, I pushed the button that says back up or save your contacts to the phone, not Google. So, lucky me, most of my friends are on Facebook, so I've been able to get most of their contact info back, and a lot of folks have sent me their info, their phone numbers and whatnot. But it kind of taught me something. Well, not taught me, but brought something to light. Is that if you find that you depend way too much on one thing, when that thing dies, craps out, breaks, or otherwise is unusable, it will throw your whole life right into a tailspin. I had a networking event this morning at 9. Did not go. Was busy trying to get my phone working. Had another meeting this afternoon. And granted, this other meeting I was chopping wood for my parents. But all of the things that I had planned on doing today, guess what? I'm only now working on all the stuff that I needed to get done because this one thing that I relied on so much crapped out on me. So what do? Very simple. If it's a piece of technology, go into whatever settings you have and make sure that all of the information that you need is backed up or saved somewhere else. Especially if you've upgraded time and time and time again on the same style product with the same manufacturer using their update programs. Odds are it's taking the same settings that you set way back when you set it up the first time and just propagating those through the different versions of your phones or laptops or whatever else. If at some point during that time you decided that you didn't want to back something up, or you were like, oh, well, I heard that Google's getting hacked all the time, so I'm just going to save my stuff local on my phone, that setting might still be set that way. So you want to go through and check that. Make sure that you're keeping all your contacts. You're keeping all of the stuff that you need, because if you lose it, you're screwed. Unless you have it all written down on a piece of paper, old school, tucked in somewhere in your desk or whatever, you can't talk to those people anymore. It's really, really difficult. And what did I do today? I spent a good number of time going through this. This is a box of, I don't know how many cards, 150 maybe 200 business cards, looking for all of the people that I talk to on a regular basis, clients, everybody else, make sure that I had the right information. Because we all know Facebook might not be up to date, the website might not be up to date, might not exist. Make sure that whatever it is that you rely on that heavily, you've got more than one copy, because you will lose it. It will break, and you will have problems. Especially if you're one of those folks who has ordered a kilt, say, and you know that it's 3 or 4 months out. All of a sudden, your phone dies. And that's where you were storing your order number. Maybe that's where you had the phone number of the kilt maker, a direct line that you don't find online. Maybe it was other information that you really needed. Kind of need to go through, make sure you have that stuff backed up somewhere. Back it up to Google, back it up to Apple, back it up to wherever it is that you can. Also, pictures. Pictures. Make sure that if you have awesome pictures of the kids and all this other stuff, you save those somewhere. I don't know what Apple does. I know Google has the low-res backups on the cloud. Every picture you take goes up to Google. You have unlimited forever. Use that shit. Because I lost every picture, goes all the way back to mid-November. Amazing pictures, because that's when I got my new phone. All gone. Really pissed me off. Because I backed everything up before I switched phones. But that setting, that do not back up to Google, because that Google option didn't exist when I had that last phone, and it didn't do it. I lost all kinds of cool stuff that I really wish I had. A couple of videos that were awesome from a couple of events that I've been to. Tons of really cool pictures. A couple pictures of the kids. Never get those back. They're gone. So make sure that you have all of that stuff saved somewhere else. Backed up to the cloud, to a drive, to something. And if you don't know how to do that, or you don't know, find someone who does. Everybody watching this video knows someone who knows a lot more about phones than you do. So go find somebody and say, hey, check out my phone, make sure all this stuff is backed up. I don't want to lose it like KT did. So, with that, it's episode 400. Got a really busy day tomorrow. Got another workshop, a couple of meetings, and right now, actually looking at a whole big box of fudge. So, I will see everyone tomorrow. You guys have an awesome night. Tomorrow will be a much better show, I promise. Maybe I'll find somebody who will join me online. So anyway, you guys have a good time, and I will see you tomorrow. Remember, back up all your stuff, and be strong. Put a kilt on.